Good morning, students. In the previous class, we were discussing on the chapter number 17, capital expenditure and revenue expenditure, likewise capital income and revenue income. And we came to know the meaning of the capital and revenue expenditure and income. Then if you are aware about the nature of expenditure and income, then it becomes very easy as well as per accounting principles to ascertain the true profit and true financial position. So now you are aware about the identification of the expenditure and income. As you know, the capital expenditures appears in the asset side of balance sheet, whereas the capital income appears in the liability side of balance sheet. This shows the financial position. Likewise, revenue expenditure appears in the trading and profit loss account, debit side, and revenue incomes appears in the credit side of trading and profit loss account. As you are also aware about the capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, as the capital expenditure is made once, the benefit of that can be derived in the longer period, the long span of time. Whereas revenue expenditures, the utility of that expenditures are derived within a year. Likewise, income which is regularly done, which is regularly earned, and capital incomes are non-recurring in nature. Now, the another words used, the capital receipt and revenue receipt. Receipt means the cash received. If the one is deriving a business is getting some money, the business must know from which sources money is coming in. Either that receipt is capital form or revenue form. So know the meaning of the capital receipt and revenue receipt and where it will be appear and how it will be treated in the account. In the trading profit loss account as well as in the balance sheet. Now see here, the capital receipt, capital revenue expenditure income chapter is there, capital receipt and revenue receipt, which we are going to discuss. Capital receipt, it refers those receipts which are of non-recurring nature. Non-recurring nature means which is not repeatedly done, which does not repeat itself. It is done, it occurs once or twice in a year. Once or twice, this is not regularly done. For example, you see the capital received from the proprietor or owners of the concern. If any proprietor or owner or partner or shareholder invest the money in the business to commence the business, to carry on the business, that is once invested, which will continue in the firm for a longer period. So the firm business receives this money, that is called capital receipt. About received by way of loan. If the firm or the business borrows loan from any financial institution which is repayable after 1 year, that is the loan will be paid in future year or in the longer period. So that loan raised is called capital receipt. Likewise, amount received by deposit. If amount is deposited somewhere, that is some of the amount of the savings that is deposited in the bank, and that is become matured, then amount received is called capital receipt. Likewise, sale proceed of investments. If the firm have invested in some shares, debentures or in other securities, and that become mature, the amount received is called investment. Receipt from investment, capital receipt. Likewise, if fixed assets are sold, such as machinery, building, furniture, computer, motor car, these are sold out. So the amount received on the sale of the fixed assets, that is called capital receipt. But one thing you remember, when the investment and fixed assets are sold, that does not decreases any liability, but it reduces the asset. non-recurring receipts such as life membership fee. This life membership fee, legacy, these are used only in the non-trading concern, mean in NGOs. If that amount is received, this is capital receipt, because as the name depicts, life membership fee, mean once the membership fee given, the person will become the member of that organization for a throughout the life. And legacy in the non-trading organization. This is the capital receipt. Now one thing remember, all capital receipts appears in the liability side of balance sheet. Only those capital receipt will appear in the liability side of balance sheet, that is capital receipt, loans, etc. That is deposited in the liability side. But if the assets are sold, such as investment and fixed assets, it will be reduced from the assets in the asset side of balance sheet. And you remember it, keep in your memory, only book value of such assets sold will be reduced. Mean if the amount of sale is more than the book value of such asset, the excess money is treated as capital profit, that is called profit. But the book value should be reduced from the balance sheet in that related assets or relevant asset. Right? Now, the revenue receipt, on the other hand, revenue receipt, it refers those receipts which are of recurring nature. Mean all those receipts which are regularly occurs, repeatedly occurs, recurring, that is called revenue receipt. Mean in 1 year that occurs so many times, it occurs frequently, that is called revenue receipt. वो बार बार इनकम होती है, बार बार रिसीट मिलती है, that is called revenue receipt. That is in 1 year that is received, and that utility of that receipt is automatically completed in 1 year. Such as sale proceed of goods, it is regularly done by the business. Goods are sold and amount received. Likewise, sale proceeds of old packing cases, if because the, when the business purchases the goods, all goods in the wholesale, then that is purchased and that is packed in the big containers or big packages. It is usually known as gatta. That is sold. Once collected, that is sold out. So that old packing cases are sold. That is capital revenue receipt. Income from investment. If the business has invested in some outside securities, the interest or dividend derived on it, that is regularly derived, regularly received annually, that is called recurring nature and revenue receipt. Interest received on loan granted. If the firm has given loan or granted loan to other person, the interest on that loan granted is also revenue receipt. Interest on bank deposits, commission received, rent received, sale proceed, old newspapers. This is called revenue receipt.
Now, after knowing the meaning of capital receipt and revenue receipt, see the difference between these two. Capital receipt represents the capital received from the proprietors, loans or deposit received, sale proceeds of investment and fixed assets, and non-recurring receipts such as legacies, life membership fee, etc. Whereas revenue receipts represents the income such as sale of proceeds of goods, interest received, commission received, etc. Second one, capital receipts are of non-recurring nature. In other words, they are not received repeatedly, whereas revenue receipts are of recurring nature. They are received repeatedly or regularly. Some of the capital receipts, such as loans and deposits received as are liabilities. Revenue receipts are not liabilities. As some of the capital receipts are liabilities, they have to be repaid. As revenue receipts are not liabilities, they need not be repaid. Capital receipts are not income to the concern, whereas revenue receipt is are income to the concern. And lastly, capital receipts will go to the balance sheet of the concern, whereas the revenue receipt will go to the profit and loss account of the concern. This is the difference between the capital receipt and revenue receipts.
Now, the next is the capital loss. The capital loss, it occurs on sale of fixed assets. If an asset having the book value appearing in the balance sheet at book value of rupees 1 lakh, suppose, and that is sold for rupees 80,000, then 80,000 received is the capital receipt. But that 20,000 loss is called capital loss. In 1 lakh is the value price, book value appearing in the balance sheet, sold at 80,000. The 80,000 one is receiving, that is called capital receipt. And 1 lakh minus 80,000, there is a loss of 20,000 rupees, it is called capital loss. Now, revenue loss, it is generally occurs or it arises in the regular course of the business, in the recurring course of the business, in the normal course of business, such as bad debts. Bad debt means if any of the debtor failed to pay the dues or debts. Depreciation, when the value of assets reduces with the passage of time. When the value of assets reduces with the passage of time, that is called depreciation. Embezzlement means if any of the employee makes some embezzlement with the cash, misappropriation with the cash, that is called embezzlement. इसकी हिंदी होती है गबन करना. And abnormal losses, which is not normal due to certain accidents, some accidents, or by fire or by theft, loss occurred, that is called abnormal loss, and it is revenue loss. It appears in the debit side of profit and loss account. This is the capital loss and revenue loss. Now, what is a loss? What is an expenses? There is little bit difference in it. Expenses or amount spent can be converted into cash, but what happens? Usually the business who spend the money takes the or raises the utility or the services of that against that expenses in lieu of and instead of cash. When expenses was done, why that expenses? The one is going to get the utility of that, such as stationery. Amount spent on stationery, one is getting the benefit of that stationery. Carriage charges paid, that is an expenses, but one is getting the services of that one, benefit derived. Whereas the losses, it cannot be converted to cash, and losses does not gives any utility, no utility can be raised, that is called losses. So there is difference between expenses and losses. Now, second thing is the expenses are done with the willingfulness, अपनी इच्छा से हम खर्च करते हैं, but losses are not, that is unwillingly it is occurs. कोई नहीं चाहता लॉस हो, but unwillingly it occurs, whereas the expenses one willingly occurs, willfully spent, वो खर्च करता है. Why? To get the utility of that one. जैसे one example I am giving you. If you have some money in your pocket and you spent on the ice cream, you purchased one ice cream. Why? You wanted to get the taste of the ice cream, that is benefit to you. But if money in your pocket lost, it's called loss. No benefit derived. This is called loss. Now, expenses are done with the prior knowledge. One knows why one is going to spend. But I make up the mind to spend. Whereas the losses, no knowledge of it, it occurred, ये अपने आप हो जाती है, that is called losses. This is the little bit difference between expenses and losses. Now one important thing, one more item is here, deferred revenue expenditure. As the expenditures can be classified into two, that is capital expenditure and revenue. Capital expenditure is amount spent. Capital expenditure means amount is spent on the acquisition of some assets or to make an assets or to increase the productivity or the capacity of the such asset. You already aware about it. That is called capital expenditure. Whereas revenue expenditures are those expenditures which are occurred on the regular basis. The basic difference between this capital expenditure, the benefit can be derived in the longer period, whereas the revenue expenditure, the benefit can be derived within 1 year. But some expenses are also there which does not create any assets, which does not make any asset, which does not create any capacity of the asset. But once it is spent, the benefit of it can be derived in some future years or longer period. It is of revenue nature. The expenses made, that is of revenue nature. But the benefit of it, utility of it can be derived in the future, but does not create, does not make, does not form, does not construct any asset. That is called deferred revenue expenditure, such as advertisement on the to launch the new product. Heavy advertisement being made. Heavy advertisement mean in order to launch the product, one advertisement film being produced, it costs more. It is heavy expenditure. It is more costly. But that film can be in air for a longer period, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, we can show it. So the whole amount of that expenditure gradually that is charged from the profit loss account, that is divided into the such year for which the benefit can be derived. Suppose 5 years. Up to 5 years the benefit can be derived. In the 5 years that expenditure is divided or allocated, and every year the amount charged from profit loss account and balance amount will appear in the asset side, and it will be written off. It cannot be converted into cash. Likewise, if one factory plant is transferred on the another site, suppose at one place you have installed your factory and already existing, that is continuing. Now the whole factory is to be shifted at the another place. So plant should be shifted to the another place. The plant should be dismantled from there, carrying to the another site, and then it is reinstalled over there. In between that period, the life of the asset, life of the plant, the capacity of the plant, no new machinery is installed, that does not increases, mean no capacity increases, no life increases, but the expenditure being made, that is called heavy expenditure. So this expenditure should be written off in the several years, that is called deferred revenue expenditure. We can understand the capital expenditure, revenue expenditure and deferred revenue expenditure with one question. See how the questions are asked. Number one, cost of overhauling and painting a second-hand truck newly purchased. And second-hand truck is purchased before putting in the use, that is overhauled, means whole servicing of it and painting of it. That costs, increase the cost of the truck. So it is capital expenditure. capital expenditure. This is the answer. Now, cost of making more exits in a cinema hall under the order of government. In the cinema hall, more exit hall should be opened because of to avoid the crowd at the time of exit. That is on the government order. So it is simply revenue expenditure, not capital expenditure, because it does not increasing the assets or the life, but more exit door is opened. So it is revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. 25,000 spent on air conditioning of the office. Air conditioning in the office, that is for more than 1 year. It is permanent nature. So it is capital expenditure. Now an old machine which was put in the books at rupees 15,000 sold at rupees 13,000. Sold at 13,000, it is capital receipt. Capital receipt. But 2,000 is the capital loss. Now 2,000 paid for house tax in connection with the building which was purchased last year for 2 lakhs. It was purchased last year, now it is in use. The house tax is paid annually, every year. So it is revenue expenditure. I am writing only revenue, understand it, revenue expenditure. 30,000 will be spent on heavy advertising. That advertising in connection with the new product, launching the new product, does not increasing any asset, but it is heavy one. So it should be divided into several years. It is deferred revenue expenditure. Deferred revenue expenditure. 500 paid on carriage of goods. It is simply revenue expenditure. A temporary room constructed for 25,000. Room is constructed for the construction of building. It's permanent nature. Otherwise, on the other hand, it will be broken out. It will be broken after some period of time. It will not exist. But for the time being, it is constructed, and that will cost in the cost of building. So it is capital expenditure. Capital expenditure. Likewise, 50,000 is spent putting up a gallery. It is also capital expenditure. One gallery is to be constructed. It is capital expenditure. And freight and cartage 4,000 and erection charges 2,000 paid on the purchase of plant. It is also capital expenditure because it will increase the cost of the plant. Capital expenditure. Now you can solve these questions. You understood all the meanings of it. This chapter is over now. Have a good day. Thank you.